you might get hurt.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 scariest Are You Afraid of the Dark monsters. For this list, we're looking at the haunting ghosts, ghoulish creeps, and spooky vamps that make Are You Afraid of the Dark such a special show. We'll be sticking to the show's original run and the first revival that kicked off in the 90s. We will be discussing key plot points, so consider this your spoiler alert. Which Are You Afraid of the Dark episode terrified you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Blankfaced Aliens. Who hasn't known neighbors that seem to come from a different planet? The tale of the 13th floor has a relatively slow build as Karen and Billy become acquainted with their upstairs neighbors, who advertise themselves as a toy company.
Going down.
From static TV messages to absurd sets, this whole episode is surreal, culminating in the reveal that the neighbors are blank-faced aliens.
What ship? I'm not going in any ship!
That's better.
Although not villains, the aliens have a simple but unsettling design that makes our skin crawl. The episode also ends on a zinger that sends Billy, and anyone watching, running to the hills.
Is this a joke or what?
Number 9. The Dark Lady and the Dark Figures.
Don't I look cool, or do I just look like a...
What's the matter?
I saw somebody. A strange woman.
John Carpenter would be proud. When magic dust falls on some glasses, Mary Beth gains the ability to peek into another dimension. One that happens to feature people dressed entirely in black. Known as the Dark Figures and led by the Dark Lady, these beings are shrouded in mystery and simply look intimidating. The Dark Figures' creep factor is heightened by the fact that Mary Beth's claims mostly fall on deaf ears. The finale of this episode is so intense that not even Sardo hamming it up to the nth degree hurts it.
Take the children!
Number 8. The Evil Demon. The Midnight Society had to get their hands dirty with this one. The Evil Demon is comfortably among the most powerful monsters featured in the series, a being that can manipulate reality, shapeshift, and trap souls using the Silver Sight.
Let me try.
Typically taking the form of an Oliver Twist-type child, this demon is an impudent trickster with a history of weaponizing fear and greed. Even if the villain doesn't always assume the most frightening aspect, the Evil Demon is unfiltered horror on a purely conceptual level. Out of his many frights, the demon's masterpiece is the ghost in the well.
Leave the Silver Side alone, or you might get hurt.
Number 7. Nosferatu. A clever premise, a nightmarish villain that pays homage to a horror villain, and Dr. Vink. This episode is Are You Afraid of the Dark at its best. When Dr. Vink feels screwed over by the local theater, the madman decides to leave the employees a parting gift. One that comes with fangs and really long fingers. Inspired by 1922's Nosferatu, the episode's villain is a hauntingly grotesque creature from an era when vampires could get by without model looks. Everything about Nosferatu is threatening, be it the way the vampire moves or his sunken eyes. Number 6. The Vampire.
You know, I don't think we're supposed to...
At night, hospitals are spooky enough without the presence of a monster. United Hospital takes a turn for the weird when the night shift becomes feeding time for a vampire preying on both patients and staff.
What is your problem?
My problem is I was the first.
Ghoulishly green and rather well-spoken, the vampire matches a memorable look with a devilish grin that is anything but comforting.
We haven't been properly introduced yet.
This villain doesn't even need to wear his Sunday worst to inspire a scream, as the vamp's Margot form becomes progressively creepier as the episode moves towards its climax.
I don't like to work so hard for my kills.
Number 5. The Frozen Ghost.
Thought we'd close that window after we let the smoke out. We did, sister. Maybe it doesn't shut just right. I'm sure I felt a distinct chill just now.
For goodness sake, someone please give this kid a jacket. Are You Afraid of the Dark throws out its fair share of ghosts. And the series hits multiple home runs with these types of stories. The Frozen Ghost episode shows that, with the right atmosphere, a single phrase and some effective makeup can be enough. While the titular specter comes with a sympathetic backstory and a heartwarming conclusion, the ghost makes sure to frighten the pants off of everyone along the way. There's just something about ghostly children that inspires chills. Number 4, Zebo. So you're not afraid of clowns? Well, after watching this episode, you will be. In one of the more subtle stories of the series, Are You Afraid of the Dark opts to go down the less is more route, and scores big because of it. On a dare, Josh steals the nose from a clown dummy at a carnival attraction.
I'm the guy who beat Zebo.
Unfortunately for the kid, Zebo does not take kindly to petty theft. Only ever shown as an inanimate dummy, Zebo uses phone calls, balloons, smoke, and ambiguity to get his message across. Number 3, the Ghastly Grinner.
Ever hear of the Ghastly Grinner?
No.
A comic book villain who uses laughter as a weapon, this jester is no joke. An aspiring artist, Ethan receives a one-of-a-kind comic featuring a terrifying villain called the Ghastly Grinner. Through a series of ridiculous events, the villain is brought to life to terrorize Ethan's world, with the child's parents being the Grinner's first victims.
Oops. Too late.
With sickening yellow skin, blue drool, and a spine-tingling laugh, the Grinner is a sight to behold and hear.
What's the matter, kids? Can't think of jokes?
A manic presence, the Grinner embodies and embraces madness with a vigor that can rival the greatest comic book villains.
Now, who needs a good laugh?
Number 2, Cellar Demon.
Don't stop now, son. You're almost here.
Nothing wholesome ever lives in a cellar. When the bullied Andy tries to spice up a basement trip with some music, the kid inadvertently awakens the cellar's resident demon.
Hello, Andy. Come on in.
To make matters worse, the demon happens to be feeling rather peckish for some humans. Rather than revealing the full form of the demon, the episode only shows the monster's eyes, leaving the rest to the audience's imagination. The demon also creates illusions that put Andy in a trance, including a doll that's just all kinds of wrong.
Won't you come play with me?
Well, at least by the end of the episode, Andy makes a new friend.
Who are you?
Anything you want. You only have to do one thing.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Jake the Snake, because just look at that face.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jake the Snake.
The Crimson Clown, because this show really has a thing for clowns.
Sam, you're a bad kid. Do you know what we do to kids like you?
Gordon Anchors, because a misunderstood werewolf still has teeth bigger than fingers. Ricky Haggerty, because children and ghosts go together like peanut butter and jelly. The Lonely Ghost, because this ghost manages to make mirrors scary. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, The Corpse. A great build-up means nothing if the payoff misses the mark. Thankfully, Are You Afraid of the Dark hits a bullseye in this episode. Throughout the story, students swimming at a school pool are terrorized by an invisible force. These sequences are intense, well-paced, and tap into that innate fear that something might be lurking beneath the water's surface. Then, the corpse rises out of the pool to ensure that nobody will be getting a good night's sleep that week. Rotting from head to toe, this zombie is a disturbing work of art. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.